The Wildcat Sports Club CNY Brewfest is coming up January 31st and February 1st at the New York State Fairgrounds. Taste your way through unlimited samples from more than 100 breweries. Now featuring hard ciders, seltzers, craft cocktails, and mocktails too. Grab your tickets now at cnybrewfest.com.
ESPN Radio.
Interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this special report.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? Think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Better get ready. Bow to the masters. Degenerate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a break, boy. Yeah.
Look at this.
That's a break, little man. Break down.
Well, look who it is.
Degeneration up.
Looky who it is. Hi. Hello. We're here on the Sports Show.
Think you can tell me
ESPN Radio. 97.7 and 100.1. Cody Mack with you on a Thursday. Wow. Wow, that's how weeks work. Let me get this. Let me move this. Let me put this over here. Boop, boop, boop. The one with my name, the papers. Hanging out. Sportsing around on a Thursday on the Sports Show. Thanks to dvoffers.com. Powered by Drivers Village in Cicero. How are you? And I mean that to everybody. That's everybody. To all you guys. Hi there. It's the Sports Show. Cody Mack. Like I said, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. Anything going on in the SQs today? No, not really? Okay, cool. No. I'm just kidding. We'll talk some Syracuse basketball. I'm not really going to be rubbing it in or anything like that. I just, I don't have anything to rub in. There's no need to rub salt in the wound, I guess is what I was saying. But we will a little. We have to recap it a little bit because I'm trying to be better with giving you guys some Cuse coverage. So if you want to chime in on the Syracuse basketball team, because this is your show, 315-437-7644. That's the phone number. I'll let you rant if you want, as long as you're not swearing or really, you can be a jerk to an extent. But the phone lines are yours. Look, what's that? What's this noise? Nothing. But it can be something if you want. Like I said, 315-437-7644. Thanks to everybody hanging out over there in QSportsTalk.com. That's our Twitch feed. Let's see, who we got over there? Barry Monkey, Delamacuse, Big Guy, Bat from Auburn, Orange Pride, Syracuse, Showgirl Fuzz. Let's see. T. Murph in there hanging out. Appreciate you guys hanging out on a Thursday. If you would like to hang out later, some shameless self-promotion before we get going. The K-Rock Twitch channel, K-Rock CNY, that is where the most dangerous show ever of all times. A show too dangerous for radio, Cocoa Puffs, featuring this little fella. That's me. I will be on later tonight again, and guess what? It involves the world of cannabis. Oh my God. Oh, my God. So if you guys want to see that, I will be doing that tonight. I do it every Thursday. I've done it for almost 3 years. This is the third year now I've been doing it over in the K-Rock channel. So if you feel like hanging out tonight, you can do that. If not, we will talk about your options for sports viewing this evening. And first, I guess we'll talk about the Cuse game. All right. Let's go.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
There we go. And this. Oh, that was. Damn, that was a good one. Right? You don't know that wasn't a beer. You don't know that wasn't a Lipton's hard iced tea. Huh? Delicious? No, it was not, because I can't do that doing this. But, yeah, last night, I got the paperwork to prove it. Clemson, Syracuse, not so good. Do you see why I wanted them to win a plethora of games leading up to some of these games, like I was saying? Because it doesn't get any easier from here after getting whooped, if you will, by Clemson. What's that? Oh, telephone call from Seneca Falls. That's where, hey, I'm getting a call from Seneca Falls. Do you know that's where one of Sweetgrass's locations are? And they present the Wildcat Sports Pub's CNY Brewfest. Huh? I don't think that's them, though, so I don't have to answer. Okay, sorry. Back to this. Yeah, Syracuse going down 86-72. The 14.5 point spread, though, if somehow you were a wise guy and managed to bet on the game, I guess you covered. But JJ dropping 25, 10 for 16. No free throws, though. It's always very telling when the team's best player has no free throws, really. You didn't get fouled once. I think I saw a couple times where there were a couple fouls. Clemson just looked better in all assets of many of the things. They've got better players. Chase Hunter is a really good player. I like him. What did he have? What was that 23 from Chase Hunter on Clemson? Victor Lakin, 10 rebounds, 16 points for Clemson. They just had a lot of guys scoring points. Their bench did pretty good. Our bench, not so great. And really, our starting lineup, not that great as well, as Elijah Moore, 3 points. So a huge improvement from his 0 that he usually scores. I mean, why we keep him in the starting lineup, I get that there's potential, but at some point, maybe you potentially put somebody else in the starting lineup, because he ain't cutting it, man. Like I said, I don't really want to rub salt in the wounds, but we're going to just a little bit. Here's some highlights from last night. If it gets to be too much,
Well,
you let me know, call in, and we'll stop it.
20 or more in 3 of the last 4 for the Cuse.
And we talked about it. He's the reason why this team is starting to come around.
What a guard matchup that's going to be tonight. 5 to shoot. The freshman Elijah Moore with 2. Deep 3. Davis puts it in.
And difficult to play against. He runs excellent offense. And defensively, they've always been really good.
3-on-1 after the steal by Zachary. Shefflin with the jam.
Big jam right there by Clemson.
Offense, they got so many counters to what they run and make the game so difficult for you. You can't speed them up with that many ball handles.
Picked off by Chase Hunter. Hammer time.
Chase Hunter with the big dunk right there. He's a real good player, man. I really like him. Again, he had 23, 1 assist. Psh, come on. Only 1 assist. Whatever here. Back to the highlights for Clemson.
Really impressive. He was able to get that much on it.
Step through. Hunter. Oh, yeah. Red Autry calls timeout. Under 10 to shoot. Wiggins a deep 3.
Got it.
Wow.
Buckets. Green beans.
South Carolina, Hampton County. I don't even know what that is. I know $100,000 is going to take him a long way.
I'll tell you.
Syracuse mean this?
After tonight.
When you watch Duke, historically, you're hearing coaches say this team is the best defensive team that they've seen in the ACC. And
yeah, all right, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, Syracuse in our Twitch feed. I don't think you are the only one. That might be one of the most annoying thing in all of sports. Football games have it a lot. Basketball games, yes. The person that manages to be right next to the god dang camera and manages to yell the whole time, or this lady, everybody knows this lady from every NFL game. Woo! Woo! Yeah, right? Every game. So that was this one. I think the most annoying thing would be SU's underperforming and not playing hard the entire game, as Red Autry would agree after the game, saying that he agrees with me, as I had the take right now that they didn't play hard for 40 minutes.
I thought the second half, even though the score was 10, 15 points the whole second half, I thought we played a little more energy, a little bit more freedom. I thought we, tried to get the ball inside. I thought we tried to attack. We made some shots, which no matter what is, that was, I thought JJ played well. It's good to see, but just got to play better. You got to play for 40 minutes. You can't come down here and play against Clemson and not play for 40 minutes. We knew that. We talked about that, and we didn't do that.
And what you also cannot do is have 14 turnovers that lead to a lot of points. And I heard sports expert himself, Jordan Capozzi, earlier mentioned this, and he's 100% right on Orange Nation. The amount of turnovers and then holding on to the ball and stuff, man, like that, those are dumb mistakes. Those are dumb mistakes that beginning of the year, they'll get it under their they'll get this under control, that type stuff. But now, we're almost into February, and then we're almost going to be into March, and you're still making mistakes that you should be making first couple of practices. I shake my head in disappointment.
A couple from the post where they take one more dribble, right? And now, they've already rotated already. And, and typically the guy that's cutting is our low guy, because it's either Eddie or Jair. Times that we pass it out, we got clean shots. So I think we hold the ball too much. They take one extra dribble. We talked about that. And then sometimes, we feel that we can make cross-court passes, which I don't understand why we do that, but we do. I thought a couple of those turnovers, that was kind of separated in the first half.
Yeah, another thing that separates the halves and the teams, again, would be the struggles of certain players that I don't know. I get that you want to have confidence in some guys and the potential, but again, when you've got a guy like Kyle Cuff, who is clearly better, I think now at this point, I don't really know what we're doing. Like Kyle Cuff, again, like I said yesterday, when you get recruited by a Kansas Jayhawk team, you are a top-notch athlete, and maybe that's one of the times where you stop acting like, well, he's going to have to prove himself. Punch the mic. He's going to have to prove himself up here on the Orange. It's not 1965. We don't got to prove himself none. No, he might be a better player. Maybe we just stick him in and let him play longer, just to see what happened. What could happen? We could be a game under 500. I don't really know, but we're going to continue to play certain people that have more quote-unquote potential.
I think just the pace of the game, the game is faster. The guys are much stronger, trying to get him to pick up, not only the defensive side of the ball, but the offensive side of the ball. Again, not waiting, being able to move, not standing in one place, not killing your dribble, picking your dribble up, things like that. So I think his adjustment is normal. I mean, he's getting an opportunity that a lot of freshmen don't, with playing time, consistent playing time, and I think he'll continue to get better. But we have to keep working with him, learning how to play the game on both sides of the ball.
Talking about Chapa, or, put him on the bench and he doesn't play for a little while because, I don't know, scoring 0 points a game and then having a giant improvement. But only scoring 3. Not it, man. Not it. I don't know. There's no need to coddle these kids. They can't be like, well, they're grown-ass men, and then at the same time be like, well, they're just kids, they're learning. Now's not the time for that. They're getting, a lot of them are getting paid the big bucks. So it's time to kind of step it up and change things around. And then again, like all of our moms tell us as we leave every day for school, we got to make better choices.
It's always about choices. It's always that message. And, again, you have the scout reports, you practice, you go over things. I think if you talk to those guys, I don't think they did anything that was a surprise. So then again, it's our choice. Are we going to choose to defend? Are we going to choose not to lose chase, coming off the stagger screen that we talked about? Are we going to choose not to flash, and stand there and say I'm open when, that's not going to cut it against Clemson? Again, some of the turnovers that we're having they're consistent. And we watch film and we show that. And again, I think, we have to do a better job of trying to get that message across, and our guys got to do a better job of receiving it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer. That's not my job. I'm not getting paid any of the bucks to figure that out. I just know that, again, as a guy looking from the outside, I've said this before. I will continue to say it because I'm a UCLA fan. So as someone looking on the outside in, it at times looks like they're not really trying. Syracuse isn't really hustling that much. I don't know how you've heard Devo talk about it. How you can't really coach, effort, but I don't know. They just don't look like they're trying at times. Other times it looks like they are. And I mean, I don't know, being negative about it isn't really going to make the team better from our side, being like, we got to fire the coach because then that will make the team a Final Four contender. And then, like I said yesterday, it doesn't make it any better to have, the negative side from the team, if you will, when you start being like, well, don't show up then for the next game if you're going to boo us at halftime. Bro, you were down 17. It's okay. You're allowed to be booed a little bit because then all of a sudden nobody shows up and then it don't look good at all. And then you're the team at Syracuse with the lowest attendance in the history of Syracuse basketball. And you don't want that either. So, again, you can only move on from here and try again next time. The next time would be Open the Dome, Saturday, 12:30, Pitt. Your boy Brian Higgins will get you all the coverage in 3 and 5 with Brian Higgins today, tomorrow, and game day. So, again, next time they can try to just improve, get back to 500, which is probably what they're going to end up this year. I will say they'll finish like 2 or 3 games under 500, but it is what it is. It happens, right? That's what Paulie says. Hey, I don't know, it could get better at some point, right? I could waffle for the next little while and make you all furious. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we'll be back talking more college hoops and NFL playoffs. We'll go back on the Sports Show, ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. Boop. ESPN 97.7 and 100.1. That's so loud. What up, Kev? So loud. Man, my pocket vape smells like marijuana a lot. That's crazy. Thank God that shit's legal now, or else I'd be screwed. One, two, three. I gotta pee. I didn't do a pregame pee. What up, Malloy, Gavendo? Yo, ice cream cake. Nice. Mine's, I'm doing, this is, well, it doesn't say it on there, but it's a Durban poison thing, but it's Dropout Academy brand. But it's one of my favorite strains, Durban Poison. Be right back. I had a special guest in the studio earlier. Ooh. Oh, that's awesome. I wish. That's a really good Photoshop, though. That's very impressive, bro. How'd you do that? I'll have to go on my phone from it on my phone so I can retweet it. Oh no, I'm not logged in. I don't even remember the joke that was made to the why my name is the real deal sex appeal anymore on there. The real deal sex appeal. I'm the WWE guy, but I don't think I'm going to have to talk about it today because I got too much other stuff going on. I mean, Jordan likes it too.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Oh, what a banger. Technically emo-ish. Don't forget, it is emo night out at the Crunch tomorrow. So I'll probably play a bunch of emo stuff throughout the day here in the Harding Mazzotti studio. Hurt your body, call Harding Mazzotti. It'll work out. It'll work out. Little Thursday action here for you, hanging out. I'm going to keep bothering you with this until you do it enough that it, sold out, I guess, really. It's the Wildcat Sports Pub CNY Brew Fest. Often imitated, never duplicated. And I say that because I've seen on several of the sponsored ads on social media, Facebook and such, some of the, I love Facebook tough guys, how about this? How about I'll wait till March to go to the one that you guys are ripping off? Spoiler alert, douchebag. This is the one in March. We just moved it up to February 1st. So if you want to go to that one, you're going to have to get tickets to this one because that one is this one. Tough guy. But yeah, VIP party is January 31st. PP party? No, just VIP party. And then February 1st is the whole thing, as we're going to have over 150 beers under one roof at the Horticulture Building. Tickets, cnybrewfest.com. Brewfest, presented by Sweetgrass. You want to see Sweetgrass products? Tune in tonight to Cocoa Puffs, the show Too Dangerous for Radio, as I will sample Sweetgrass goodies. And what are Sweetgrass goodies? Well, think about it. I mean, come on, man. All right, let's do a little bit more college basketball as, we have to do a little palate cleanser in between things here as Syracuse, not so good. It wasn't so good here last night as a Syracuse, again, getting walloped by just enough to keep the 14.5 spread okay for us. Gambling degenerates. All right, I'm going to go backwards here for a reason because I want to end it with the good one. This right here, we'll start with some highlights from college hoop last night as Xavier and St. John's went at it. And we're going to pick it up here towards the end of the game here before they go into overtime. And let me know if Syracuse fans recognize any names here in this Xavier St. John's game.
Tonight on the big stage, that is Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. We've got Big East basketball tonight. A couple of hot teams. The Xavier Musketeers have won 3 in a row. St. John's has won 5 consecutive games.
Back into the game and have the lead, especially that far away from the basket.
Stop the clock, too.
Way outside for 3. Hey now! Wow! Ryan Conwell ties it at 63.
Not that name. Ready?
Right at that rim.
Here we go. Here we go.
Too strong.
Freeman, loose ball, flip shot, got it!
65-63 Xavier timeout. Up with 1 minute to go here at Madison Square Garden.
Xavier up 2.
Good to have you with us here. Big East basketball on Fox and Kadari Richmond ties it. Going to the basket at 65.
Excuse me?
1 second or so differential shot clock.
Excuse me?
Down to 15.
What was that name?
Kadari
Loves to go right.
is unbelievably strong. Under 10.
Moving this way to try to get that right hand.
He's got to go now. 7-6. They went left. Muscled his way in. Scramble for the ball. And we're going to overtime. No, not quite. Shot clock violation with 1-2 left.
They eventually go to overtime. But if you haven't caught yet, the name that you're hearing here, it's a name blast from the past. Kadari Richmond? What?
You know, you think about everything.
Huh? I know.
Don't travel.
He's on St. John's now.
That is.
Rick Pitino calls a timeout. They have 1-8 on the clock. Wiltshire. Dribble and Parsley.
Now we're going to timeout. Rick Pitino and Kadari Richmond in one game? What year is this?
0-1 in overtime.
What year is this?
Wow, he threaded the needle and gets a layup from Ejiofor.
Lead to baskets. That is just a phenomenal steal by Kadari Richmond, which led
to the victory for St. John's. Yeah. Kadari Richmond on St. John's now, number 20 St. John's. They're 17-3. I used to have a St. John's jersey. I don't know where that is when I was in the 90s, because that makes sense. Yeah, dropping 19-7 for Kadari Richmond. Good for him. Good for Kadari Richmond. As he leads St. John's to the victory. This game I watched on ESPN last night. Number 13, Texas A&M. Number 16, Ole Miss going at it. This is the end of said game. Right when Texas A&M takes their first lead of the entire game, matter of fact.
in and out. Chance for A&M. Down 2. 16 seconds left. Obaseki for 3 in the lead. First lead of the game for A&M. Padula tied up in the backcourt. Shakes Taylor into the front court. Here's Brakefield with 6. Off the glass, no good. Rebound. And that's how we'll end. A&M takes its first lead on its last possession, and the Aggies are going to escape Oxford with the win.
Wow, 63-62. Unreal. And then you had Kansas, number 12 Kansas, taking down TCU 74-61. The game was tied for a while, and then Kansas and then started to take off. And then let me play you this real quick here. This is all you need to hear as
he's got Milo
Houston
There's a steal from Arsenal.
Scores 37 points with a couple minutes left in the first half.
Double team on the post, and you see how you try to throw it across your body. And
why does that matter? Well, it matters because they're playing Utah.
Well, these are tough matchups out on the perimeter for Utah. Shot fake from Uzan, and he hits the mid-range.
And there it is, Houston's 37th point in the first half, which, if they stopped right there, would have been all they needed because they beat Utah 70-36. Unbelievable. And then, the only reason this highlight really matters here, as number 5 Florida, and a tight one against the Gamecocks, is because Florida wins by 1 point.
Will Richard, 22
1
points
point
in that game, and then how about it? Richard goes off the glass, lays it in. Gators first lead. Jacoby Wright, no good. Are you kidding me?
And again, the team with their first lead of the game ends up winning. And what does Florida win by? 1 point. What was the score? 70-69. Dirty laugh insert here. I did that once, the sting where you go there and do like the, oh, give me your ID thing. Oh, you didn't give it to me. And then they get in trouble. I did it once and I was like, I've never felt worse in my entire life. Just some poor kid or whatever. I was like, I'm never doing that ever again. It's awful. Because the store gets a fine. The kid usually gets frickin' fired. It's ridiculous, man. Sucks. And no, they had nothing better to do. They came up to me when it was like wicked late at night. And they're like, are you leaving? You got anything else to do right now? And I'm like, I mean, I can. They're like, come with us. And I went and I was like, what the fuck? Just go in there, try to buy the beer, and then leave. All right. Whoa.
Long night spent with your most obvious weakness. You start shaking at the thought. You are
the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
I just want to break you down so badly. Everything you say. I just want to break you down so badly. In the worst way.
Ah, yeah. Emo night tomorrow over at the Crunch. Don't forget about that. Yeah. They're going to do lots of fun stuff. They're going to have like a make sure your hair is probably black and swoopy station. Career Mode's going to be playing some emo songs. That's going to be fun in the one of the parts of the War Memorial. And then they're going to be doing all sorts of fun emo stuff over there tomorrow night for the Crunch and some random team that doesn't matter. As we're here on the Sports Show with Cody Mack, ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1.
Just want to break you down so badly. Let you over everything you say. I just want to break you down.
Sorry. 315-437-7644. That is the phone number if you feel like hanging out and giving me a little hello, how do you do? Again, that's phone number 315-437-7644. QSportsTalk.com. That's Twitch. All of our friends over there hanging out because we're good friends, and that's what we do over at QSportsTalk.com on Twitch. We hang out and we talk during the breaks, and we just have a general good time. It has a very your teenage years sleepover vibes, if you will. So, again, CNYBrewfest.com. Get your tickets for that. It's coming up next week. Not this weekend, not tomorrow night and then Saturday, but the following. So I will go real hard on it next week, much like Inksma every night. And so now as we move on from the Wildcat Sports Pub CNY Brewfest presented by Sweetgrass, you know where to get tickets. You want to drink beers, all that. We talk about the best Sunday that there is, and that's Championship Sunday. We'll talk Bills, Chiefs tomorrow. We talked to Chris Brown this morning on the K-Rock Morning Show, so we'll play that for you tomorrow because that game, maybe we'll spend the whole show tomorrow on that. But today we will talk NFC Championship because that's the home of the Dallas Cowboys. The NFC, not the NFC Championship. Cowboys don't really frequent that too much as they're getting ready to hire Brian Schottenheimer. However, they are tied with the Niners for the most NFC Championship games. They have both won 8 since 1970, so that's pretty fun. Appearances in the game themselves, more Cowboy stuff. They've got the second most to the Niners with 14 championship game appearances. Which team has the best record in the NFC Championship game? Well, how do you like this? You New York Giant fans are 5-0 in the NFC Championship game. That's the best record since the merger. Eagles fans and Cowboys. Which starting quarterback has reached the most consecutive NFC Championship games? Donovan McNabb. You guys on the Eagles reached it in 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. Cowboys 92, 93, 94, 95. 4 straight appearances for both of them. Kerry Collins has got the most touchdown passes in a single game when he threw 5 scores when the Giants beat the Vikings in the year 2000. And then there's a bunch of other stats that you can find online, like most rushing yards in the game. Raheem Mostert ran for 220 in 2019. Wow. I didn't read that, and that is a hell of a lot of yards, man. So again, get ready. We got the NFC Championship, and it is Eagles, not red, no, Commanders. And what's interesting about this game is they met 2 times this year. 2 times this year. Where did I put those lists? Over here? There they are. The first one being an Eagles win, 26-18, as you had Jalen Hurts run for the go-ahead score. Saquon Barkley had 146 yards and 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as the Eagles kind of extended their lead on the NFC East, winning that one again, 26-18. And then they played again which was a great game towards the end of the year, where you had, let's see, scoring drives that involved field goals as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As Washington won 36-33, coming back down 21-7 after the first quarter. Washington won that one to put them at 10-5 for the season. That was the one where Jaden Daniels threw for 5 touchdowns against the Eagles. Absolutely insane. And just as insane is how they got here, if you will. This is the very end of Commanders-Lions from last weekend, how the Commanders made it to the NFC Championship game.
Second and goal. Robinson in. Touchdown, Washington.
All about points. You got 4 downs on any of these sets of downs.
Oh, look at this trickery. Jamison Williams has it. Look at the throw. They're going to throw it downfield. Intercepted. Mikey Sabersill has it. Daniels. McNichol. Still fighting. Reaching. Is he in? He is. Touchdown, Washington. Daniels to throw it. Protected. Bowen has a man wide open. It's caught for the first.
And that's how Washington managed to secure the first down and move on to the game against the Eagles, where they also had a game. Where did I put those pieces of paper? Where are you? Oh, did I print that out? How they got there? The Eagles and the Rams? Because again, yeah, there it is. Eagles and the Rams. Eagles got there because they had a snow game at home, and Matthew Stafford had broken ribs, or else this would be the Rams we were talking about. But I digress. I'm not that salty because it's not my team and it's not my fight. But here's how the Eagles made it to the NFC Championship game against the Rams.
Stafford in the middle, caught for the touchdown. Time here, it's caught by Kupp. It's a first down for the Rams.
Keep the completions coming and then get them later.
First and 10, Stafford is shot for Kupp. Almost intercepted. Second and 10. Eagles bring an extra man with pressure. Stafford throwing, broken up by Slay.
And now they're having to throw the ball down the field.
Here comes the pressure. Stafford throws inside. It's caught by Robinson for the first down. 95 seconds of regulation. Stafford shakes the shoulders, takes a shot downfield. It is caught by Nakua. He pinned him on his shoulder and made the catch. Stafford looking Nakua's way. Puka's got it. He's out of bounds. Nakua to the top.
So when you thought the Rams would win still.
Stafford in trouble. He's sacked.
Still there.
Higbee in motion. Stafford's got to have it. His throw is incomplete. Not close. Howie Roseman's big free agency signing. And the Philadelphia Eagles are back home next Sunday.
Against Washington. And that is how those two teams move on. Jaden Daniels, though, man, he's looking to be the star of this weekend, and this was him after the game against the Lions, where they had that incredible game last weekend as they spanked the Lions. Jaden Daniels looks to be the greatest rookie in the history of rookies.
You helped lead a team with 4 wins a year ago. Your good friend Bobby Wagner giving you a hard time there. 4 wins a year ago. Come in here and knock off the #1 seed on the road. What did you and this group know that seemingly no one else did?
Man, it just starts with our faith in God. As a team, man, we believe in one each other. We believe in the man upstairs. You know, that we're going to go out there, we're going to fight. He prepared us the right way. We prepared the right way. We put in the work to get to this point now. You know, we got a couple more games left. We got 1 game left. See who we're playing tomorrow. But, you know, I just love this team.
Tom Brady spoke throughout this game so often about your poise. You show seemingly nothing. We can only watch from the outside. What's happening on the inside?
I'm good. I'm cool. You know, it probably won't hit me right now. It's a surreal moment, especially for the fans that came out and supported us, that believed in us since day one. So it's special for DC, man, the DMV.
Where did this sense of calm come from?
That's just how I was raised. That's how I was born. A joyful kid. Just was very passionate about the game of football. I love the game of football.
And he's moving on. And he said in there who they're going to be playing. He didn't know it yet, but they're playing the Eagles, man. And that is going to be absolutely amazing. And again, the Eagles, they kind of need this game a little bit. They're a team of everyone's like, oh, well, this team is a team of destiny. They've got Saquon, but I think this might be a pretty big game for Jalen Hurts' legacy as well. And that was talked about, like, who is most important for this game. If the Eagles win, like, who needs it more? Saquon, Jalen, other?
Would winning the Super Bowl mean more for Hurts, Saquon, or Sirianni?
Well, not Sirianni. I don't buy that. It's either the quarterback or the running back. I'll say the running back. Barkley's been the story of the team for this year. He's obviously got, as the running back gets a shorter shelf life, Hurts will have other chances, you would think, to get to this spot. Who knows on the running back? He might only last another couple of years. Mm-hmm. He's been the signature point of their offense. Mm-hmm. He can come back and kill the Giants, which I'm sure he'll enjoy doing. So I'll say more significant, more important for Barkley.
I say Hurts. Here's the reason why. There's no question about Barkley's greatness. The issue was two things: his durability, meaning injuries, or the fact that he was playing for the Giants. What you're seeing him do on the football field, when healthy, he has always shown the ability to do that. A matter of fact, when we think about him, that reminds us, to a lesser degree on his part, by the way, of the great Barry Sanders. That's what you think about when you think about Saquon Barkley. You're wondering how good Hurts is. You're wondering how good he's going to be when you consider that Matthew Stafford is still in the NFC, that Jordan Love is in the NFC even though the Eagles beat them, that Dak Prescott's in the NFC even though the Dallas Cowboys didn't even make the playoffs, that Jaden Daniels is here, of course. So you're looking at Hurts. And if Hurts wins a Super Bowl, especially if he plays the way he played when they went up against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl a couple of years back, then we're going to look at him totally differently.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to admit this. I always thought that he's gotten a bad rap, Jalen Hurts, even back when he'd be benched at, where was it, Alabama, and then he went to Oklahoma and all that. But again, yeah, he needs this. But if you ask me, Jaden effing Daniels or a hurt Jalen Hurts, I'm taking Jaden Daniels, man. I don't know. The only ever time they met in the playoffs was back in 1990. Let's check in on that when we come back before we get out of here. On the Sports Show, Cody Mack, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. You don't like Mad Dog? I like them all. I don't really care. No, Mad Dog, I don't. Wait, no. Who's the one I don't like? I don't like Russo. I believe is the one I don't. Is that the same guy? Chris Russo, is that Mad Dog? Francesca. Yeah, that guy. That's the one I don't like. I don't like him. Francesca or whatever the hell. I don't care what his name is. Yeah, the other one. That guy. Oh, right. Yeah, that guy. That son of a bitch. Ryan, I'm sure there'll be many people watching the ladies' game. You get all the ladies' coverage right here on ESPN Radio with Brian Higgins as he'll talk about it, and then pregame starts at 5:45. So there's that for you. I will be preparing for my show where I have to smoke an incredible amount of marijuana. So, you know, work calls. Yeah, right. Yeah, Scott is a big closet SU fan. Not closet. That's not even the close to the word. He's a closet, much bigger fan that I think he leads on. Oh, super salad. Yeah, Kev, they're hiring Brian Schottenheimer, bro. It's just he likes to have a guy within the system, and he probably thinks it's his dad, Marty Schottenheimer. And yeah, I know. I just think that Dion said no. It's the only reason. There's not really anybody else who I don't know who would I want them to have. I don't know who I would want them to have if not Dion. There's nobody out there. There's nobody left. Lincoln Riley? Daryl Johnston? Get Troy Aikman to do it? Jason Witten? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, well.
Is it worth it? Can you even hear me? Standing with your spotlight on me. Not enough to feed the hungry. I'm tired and I felt it for a while now. This sea of lonely. The taste of pink is getting.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Each day gets more and more like the last.
Hey, here we're back. ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1, playing a bunch of emo jams today to get ready for emo night out at the Crunch tomorrow. Maybe I'll bypass some Debbie Deb tomorrow and do some more emo stuff because that was a lot of fun. As we continue getting ready for the NFC Championship, the only time they've ever met was back in the 1990 playoffs. For real, Washington and the Eagles, and here's a little taste.
Mike Golick, number 90, is expected to be the starter in that position.
I was in the locker room the other day, and Jerome Brown has a rotator cuff problem.
They call heads. As it is, you won the toss. Turn around, please.
Turn around, please. Get to the end of the game.
Controversial one. Buddy Ryan looking for his...
Buddy Ryan, the Eagles coach back then.
He was beaten here in an upset by the Los Angeles Rams a year ago, and then 2 seasons ago, it has widely been rumored that they lost to the Chicago Bears. I say rumored because most of us didn't see the game played in that fog in Soldier Field. Folks thought maybe it was the end when they blew the home field advantage by losing to Indianapolis. But they have come on the road, and they fell behind by 2 field goals here this afternoon before scoring on a touchdown pass to Art Monk. The extra point put them up in the second quarter for the first time, 7-6. Then the big play, and we'll review it in our post-game show.
Because they don't have it yet, because they don't have replay that fast back in 1990.
From the participants in that big play, which was turned around. And so Joe Gibbs will move his record to 12-3. He's up there with the legends.
Oh, he's up there with the good ones.
Oh, boy. Yep, that was the only time that Washington and the Eagles have met in the playoffs. Washington wins there, and who do they go on to face in the Super Bowl and defeat? The Buffalo Bills. Oh, boy. Who we will talk about as much as we can tomorrow Let's try to do a butt ton of Buffalo stuff. What? What'd she say? Tomorrow on the Sports Show with Cody Mack on ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.9